We're going to do a quick follow-up to our initial video comparing the 2022 to the 2023 Corolla Hybrid. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us. As always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Hit that like button, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a future episode. Speaking of episodes, be sure to check out our other videos because we have a ton of great content. So, the last time we went through a few differences between the 2022 and the 2023 Corolla Hybrids, which we have right here before us. But there was one key factor that I forgot to point out, and we're going to look at that now, and I want to apologize in advance. We did look at differences such as the front fascia, the grille on the front fascia between the two, the slight differences on the back end, the differences in the cluster gauge on the interior with the speedometer, odometer, etc. But there's one key difference here that we didn't look at, and that is the camera. So if you look at the two vehicles here, the top center of the windshield, right there. This is the 22 again on our right. The white is the 22, and the left, the silver, is the 23. But look at the difference there between the cameras. You can see that the aperture is much larger on the 23 on the left. You can see that, right? So there's the 22, and there's the 23. So why is that? Well, turns out I have no idea why they have a camera on the 2022 Corolla. It's there. For what purpose? Not sure. Doesn't seem to do much of anything. Hasn't really been used, but I can tell you that 2023, this thing engages auto braking. So a lot of you might say, hey, that's great. Auto braking sounds awesome because if there's an accident about to happen or I'm not paying attention and I'm getting too close to the vehicle in front of me, this thing is going to prevent me from collision or colliding with the vehicle in front of me. Well, that may be all good and well, but we're not talking about 10 or 15 feet in front of you. I'm talking you could have a vehicle that starts to slow down that's literally 50, 60, even 100, literally 100 plus feet in front of you. And when it starts to slow down, even if you're going or driving at a very reasonable or very slow rate of speed, I'm talking like 15 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, slow, this thing is still going to engage auto braking. And I called Toyota to complain and say, you know, I don't need this. I've been driving over 20 years, accident and citation free. I don't need auto braking. If I wanted a self-driving vehicle, I would have bought a Tesla, right? It's got a Corolla. And besides, the 22 model does not do that, just the 23. So how do we shut this off? Well, they placed the call on hold for a couple of minutes, returned to the line, and proceeded to inform me that there's no way to turn off auto braking on the 2023 Corolla. No way to turn that off. So I'm thinking about sticking a piece of tape up there, although it may look ridiculous. I'll tell you, this is just me personally. Having this thing essentially tell me how to drive is literally the most annoying. It's worse than a backseat driver because it's not another person telling me how to drive. A machine is telling me how to drive. Again, accident citation free for many, many, many years. I don't need the vehicle to tell me how to drive. I don't want it. Toyota made a huge mistake in not allowing the consumer to choose whether or not to engage that auto braking. In other words, you should be able to disable that. If you don't want it, you should be able to disable it. If you want to use it, that's fine. My wife prefers it. She happens to like it, but that's because she's an inexperienced driver. She's only been driving for about 1.5 years. If you're an experienced driver, you're probably not going to like that. My best advice, and of course you can do whatever you want, but I would stick with a 22 Corolla over a 23 because of the auto braking. Let us know what you think in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, and by the way, don't forget, whatever you do, don't forget to check this out. This is my awesome book. The softest cushion to fall back on is one filled with hard cash, filled with tips and tricks on how to save money and get free stuff. And it's just a motivational and inspirational read. You guys will love it. Links below in the description. Thanks as always for watching, and we will see you next time.